Welcome, Sporty family. It's yours truly, Kamogelo Motetswane, and we're back again with yet another exciting interview. And this time we have Villarreal's Tajon Buchanan. Tajon, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
So obviously, Canada has a lot of prominent cities, Ottawa, Toronto, but you're from quite an unknown place in the country, in Brampton. What does it feel like putting such a city or town on the map?
As a player, I think, that's what you work for is, one, to obviously represent the club you play for, but then also your country and being from a country that, growing up, soccer, football wasn't the biggest sport. It's nice to see that there's so many players now, putting themselves on the map and putting Canada on the map. So yeah, it means a lot.
Villarreal obviously have a massive contingent of African players from the likes of Nicolas Pepe, Thomas Partey, Pape Gay, Logan Costa. How has their kind of African flavor and the African atmosphere that they've brought to the dressing room, how has that contributed to the team's success so far this season?
Yeah, obviously it's a team where guys come from many different countries, and I think that helps a lot. We have a lot of talented players and a lot of guys that come from different backgrounds, and yeah, it's a group that gets along very well, and I think we've been showing that this season, and it's a big reason why we're able to gel together so much and get results.
Please talk us through the mental aspects of recovering from the broken leg that you suffered in Inter Milan, and now ascending and becoming the great player that you have become at Villarreal in a top league like La Liga.
Yeah, it's ever since that situation happened and that injury happened, it was, trying to get back to my best. And it was a difficult, long process. But, through hard work and all that stuff, I was able to do that. And obviously coming to an environment like this last season on loan, it helped a lot with getting back to that level. And then obviously this summer making it permanent. So yeah, mentally in a good state right now. I'm in a good situation. I'm very happy. And I think, I'm able to perform to my best capabilities because of that.
A win against Real Madrid this weekend will put you in touching distance of the top of La Liga. How much of a discussion is that for you guys in the dressing room? Are you guys discussing possibly being the champions of Spain?
If I'm being honest, no, it's not something we really speak about. It's just taking everything day by day, every training session, and then every game. And I think that's what's been helping us a lot this season. Is just not looking too far ahead of ourselves and just approaching every game the same way and just trying to pick up as much points as possible.
Last season in this fixture, you guys took an early lead in the game, but you kind of curtailed towards the end of the match with Kylian Mbappe scoring the winning goals. What have you learned from that game, and what are some of the mistakes you're hoping to avoid from that encounter heading into this encounter at the Estadio de la Ceramica?
Yeah, I think it's just situations where you're trying to minimize as much as mistakes as possible. When you play against top teams like that, they punish you when you do make those mistakes, and I think last season when we did make those mistakes, it showed, and they were able to capitalize on those opportunities. So it's just about trying to be locked in as long as possible for 90 plus minutes and yeah, just playing our game and trying to win.
You guys have only dropped a few points at home this season. What's been the reason behind your guys' fantastic home form this campaign?
Yeah, obviously it's, you never take it for granted for playing at home, and we enjoy that, playing in the city and the fans getting behind us. So I think, yeah, like you said, our record there is showing, and I think that plays a big part, and the fans play a big part.
You've played under Marcelino for 2 seasons now. What's the relationship between you and him, and how has he brought out the best in you so far?
Yeah, obviously, I think the relationship is very good. Since I came here from last season, yeah, he's welcomed me right away and told me what he wants from me, and I think I was able to adapt quickly into the system and to the way we play and just gain his trust. And I think, yeah, like you said, I think that's been showing this season, and the relationship is good. He's obviously a top coach, and he's been showing it.
And then finally, Tajon, you were quite prolific at the start of the season, scoring that hat-trick against Girona, but now the goals have seemed to dry up a bit. How are you managing that, or is that not really important to you and you're more concerned about the team result?
No, I think the most important thing is that the team is doing well and we're winning games. Obviously, from a personal standpoint, obviously I want to score and assist as much as possible and help the team. But those things obviously will come, and sometimes you go through little droughts and stuff like that. But just always staying level-headed, working hard, and trying to take those opportunities when they do approach.
Thank you, Tajon, for your time today.
I appreciate it.
And thank you, Sporty family, for listening to yet another wonderful interview. His Villarreal side are playing Real Madrid this coming weekend at the Estadio de la Ceramica. So till we meet again with another exciting interview, cheers.